So Last of Us Part 2 Remaster has finally came out about, I'm pretty sure, like a week ago. And I'm going to be honest, it's honestly worth the price if you're buying the $10 version and only just for no return. I've gone on record on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter saying that I don't really enjoy The Last of Us Part 2, at least not the story. The gameplay is fun, but just the story was not good in my opinion. I don't like how they killed Joel. I'm not mad that they did kill Joel. I just mad about the way they killed him. So I'm not like over here rating Naughty Dog Studios saying, "Oh my God, you killed Joel! How dare you?" No, it's more like, "Oh my God, you killed Joel in the worst way possible! How dare you?" You know, it's more like that. And just they destroyed Ellie's character. Abby was not an interesting character to me. The ending, didn't like it. I will probably make an actual video on the Last of Us 2's story in the future. But right now, I'm just going to be talking about mainly the remaster and No Return. Before I get into No Return, I do want to talk about the guitar game mode that released for this remaster. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not much of a guitar player myself. I do have guitars, but it's mainly it's mainly just for decoration. But I do like guitars. I love hearing someone play the guitar. I just think it's a very soothing sound of someone playing with their guitar, like playing a Red Dead Redemption 2 song on their guitar. I just think it's a really soothing sound. And you get to play as Ellie, Joel, and the audio developer on the Last of Us games in this guitar game mode. And actually, like multiple guitars you get to use, like a banjo or a rock guitar, which is really cool. And I just think it's a really cool game mode. And the No Return game mode is actually really cool too. It's a roguelike game mode, so you know if you die, you lose all the upgrades and unlocks you got through your first run, and then you get to maybe get those same unlocks and upgrades, or get different ones. It's honestly really cool. It's not as good as Valhalla, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, but that's not really a problem because I didn't expect it to be like Valhalla because it's The Last of Us. It's very different. And even IGN gave a shit for it, which I don't understand why because, duh, God of War Ragnarok and Last of Us Part 2 are two different games, so I don't know why that's such a big deal to IGN, but it's IGN. What do you expect from them? Not much. But yeah, No Return is actually really fun. You get to play as a lot of the characters from the main story. You know, the main cast: Ellie, Dina, Jesse, Joel, Tommy, and even Abby, Lev, Yara, Manny. He's the worst Abby support character. Honestly, worse than Abby herself. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If you have not bought The Last of Us Part 2 before this remaster, I wouldn't say it's worth the price. I'm pretty sure they priced it at the same price as they did for The Last of Us Part 2 original. So I don't know about getting it right now if you haven't gotten The Last of Us Part 2 original. I'd say save your money until it's on sale if you do want to really play through The Last of Us Part 2 story and the roguelike, the No Return game mode. But at least they didn't price it as a whole new game like they did for The Last of Us Part 1 remake, when it wasn't really a remake. It was just a remaster with better graphics, and it didn't remake anything else. It was just better graphics. I've even gotten some people defending The Last of Us 1 remake, saying, "Oh no, it's fairly priced because they added new models and stuff." But that's not an actual remake. A remake is retelling the story in a new, different way, maybe having some new characters. It's not just having new character models. That's not enough for an actual remake. An actual remake is something like Resident Evil 4 or something like that too. Like, that's an actual remake, not The Last of Us Part 1. But yeah, that's basically all I got to say. See ya.